Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Midlow Connect. I'm your host, Audra Fowler with Rose Gold Realty Team.
And I'm Taylor Fruge with Highlands Mortgage.
Taylor, thank you so much for joining us here.
Of course.
We'd love to get to know you on a more personal level.
All right.
So if you could, let's dive into who is Taylor and your background and all of that good stuff.
So, of course, I started in mortgages 8 years ago. I got offered this job and I'm like, receptionist, do I really want to start over? But I was really intrigued by the mortgage, the secondary market.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me get in there and see if it's even for me. So I got in there and I was the best receptionist you could ever think of,
awesome.
right? So I did everything above and beyond that I could, and I just wanted more and more into the loan process, into, getting verification of employment, all of that. So I ended up getting moved up from receptionist to a loan assistant. So I took the file from beginning to end, and I really took ownership of the clients. And that was the most important thing when you have an assistant, is to have somebody that cares that their clients or your clients, right? So I started in mortgages, and then after I had my last baby, I was like, hey, I'm done being an assistant. It's time for me to do this by myself.
I'm going to take it on.
And I can do it, right? And I did. I jumped head first, and it was the best thing I could have done.
That's awesome. So you found that intriguing, and then you just kept building on top of that.
Right.
So let's dive into your products and services. Let's get a clear picture of what you offer.
I can do anything residential. So investment properties, primary residence, second homes, condos, anything like that.
Nice. I'm sure all of your clients mean so very much to you,
Yeah.
but is there that one situation, that maybe that one transaction that really stands out to you that you'd like to share with us?
I do have several, but the one right now that we are closing on her second refinance really is at the top of my mind, because I worked with her for over a year just to get her credit right.
Okay.
So she had passed, right, just like everybody else does. I got her on a plan for credit. She did every single thing. And not only did she do every single thing, but she would give me an update along the way. Like, hey, I paid this down, I did this, I did this.
Oh, perfect.
She was able to get her first house, by herself. And that's huge, because most people need co-signers, spouses, anything like that. But it's just her. Got her approved, USDA loan, which is rural development. And so no money down, zero at closing. She got in the house. Now rates are starting to go down. So I was able to refinance her. We literally close the next week, and she is, so
ecstatic,
excited. And she's like, if she put so much into this house that she didn't have to pay anything out of closing for her closing costs. She's got equity in a year, which is more than she even thought was possible.
Yeah.
And so she is so happy.
That's awesome to hear everything's working out that way for her.
Oh, yeah.
So Taylor, we know that you love the community here.
Yes.
Can you tell us how you plan to or have given back to the community and your involvement?
Yeah, so I absolutely love the community here in Ellis County, and what they have to offer is the Waxahachie Junior Service League, and that is a group of women that come together just to give back to the community. The last thing I volunteered to do was called Shoe Buddy, and what that was is they collected donations over the last year to give every kid that need a pair of shoes for the first year of school. We were able to get, we all showed up at Academy. They all had vouchers, and they were able to pick out any shoes that they wanted under $85.
Oh, wow.
And they got to pick them out, the style, the size, whatever it was, and we got to help them. Then they bring it up to the cash register, and that's it. It is 100% covered for them, and everybody feels fresh when you go to school with a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, that just warms my heart.
Yeah,
thank you so much for sharing that. So why Ellis County? Can you tell us what you love about Ellis County and what brought you to this community?
So my husband got a job offer here, and before we even thought about taking the job, we jumped in the car and we drove. It was 5 hours away. We drove here just to check it out. And we got a feel of the community, right? It's beautiful. It's beautiful here. It's so close to Dallas. There's so much to do for my kids.
Yes.
But we drove through our neighborhood and we felt at home. We knew, hey, this is where we are gonna live.
Yeah.
And everything fell out perfectly. The house, wonderful, in the right school district. And it's
that feeling, it's right. Everything is falling into place the way it should. Yeah.
And the schools were top notch here, and that was my deciding factor.
Yes. So tell us, what does it look like if I were to refer a customer to you, Taylor? Can you walk me through that process?
Yes. So as soon as I get that refer, I reach out to the client, right? Because I need to contact them. Time is of the essence. So I reach out to them and I'm like, hey, I can either take your information over the phone or I have an online application I can send you. Either way, it works. I'd rather take their information over the phone because I can get that rapport and really understand their situation. I take their application and I ask them to send me the supporting documents. I go ahead and I pull credit. I analyze all the documents. I'll get the verification of employment, verify assets, give them the approval on their max that they can purchase for, and then we really sit down and come up with a budget because your max approval is not always what your comfort zone is.
I love that. So Taylor, in my profession, of course, I try my very best to stay on top of what's going on in the housing market so that I can educate, my sellers and my buyers.
Right.
I know you do the same. So give us some insight on that. What is the market looking like?
So right now it's actually a very exciting time because rates are starting to trend down, which is a huge fresh breath of air for all of us that have been waiting in the real estate market. Now, as you know, when rates start to go down, what does that do? It brings all the buyers out,
right.
Which is great. But it's going to be harder for them to find a house because there's more competition.
Correct.
But the great thing is they are starting to trend down, and we also have different programs to help other clients, bank statement loans, DSCR, which are for investment properties if that's what you're looking for. But there's a lot of different programs to help people that can qualify.
And that could possibly also be a benefit if you're looking to buy down your interest rate as well. Yep. It could be less costly to do so,
right?
To create those more affordable payments.
And so the best thing that we're telling people now is, before the prices increase on the homes, go ahead, buy the house if you can afford it, and then you can always refinance when rates are lower because now you have the house without all that competition, multiple offers and conditions.
Yeah. Well, Taylor, I can't thank you enough for being here with us today. If you could, do you have any last words for our subscribers and our viewers, and how can we get a hold of Taylor?
I really appreciate y'all joining in on this episode, and you can reach me anytime at 337-244-3869.
Thank you again, Taylor. Again, I'm your host, Audra Fowler with Roosevelt Realty Team. If you are looking to buy or sell anywhere in the DFW area, I'd love to be your go-to realtor.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm Taylor Fruge with Highlands Mortgage.
We'll see you right here on Midlo Connect next episode.